Hi, this is Jon Kuyper.
说起他的名字，也许大多数人并不熟悉，但是如果提到这些作品，一定不会陌生。比如《疯狂的麦克斯》《霍比特人》《饥饿游戏》《大亨小传》以及《爱上明星店员》等，这些非常有影响力的电影作品都来自于同一位制作人，他就是好莱坞著名电影制片人乔恩·凯伯。从1991年起，乔恩·凯伯在洛杉矶开始了他的电影生涯。随着他监制电影工作的进行，为全球提供了50多部不同类型的电影。在2006年，华纳兄弟邀请了乔恩出任电影制作的副总裁，成功的监制了巴兹·鲁曼的《大亨小传》，与彼得·杰克逊导演合作的《霍比特人》3部曲，以及乔治·米勒导演合作的《疯狂的麦克斯》，在全球都有非常大的影响力。乔恩离开了华纳兄弟，选择了在狮门影业继续他的电影监制事业。2013年开始，乔恩监制了《饥饿游戏》《自由幻梦》的第1部和第2部，以及荷鲁斯之眼《王者争霸》。1年之后，乔恩选择了与西恩·潘合作新电影《战地情》，该片成为了第69届戛纳影展上作为竞争金棕榈奖的竞赛片。在第22届釜山国际电影节上，惠秀遇到了乔恩，并且深入了解作为好莱坞顶级电影制片人之一的乔恩他的工作和经历。
Hi John, it's such a pleasure to meeting you in here, Busan. You're such a successful producer in Hollywood, but this time you came to Busan for actually teaching students, right?
The MPA, the Motion Picture Association, which is kind of a worldwide group, and so I'm here for them. They've asked me to run the master class and to do the pitching competition for the Asian Film Academy. So there's a group of fellows from the Asian Film Academy that are all here from all over the Asia Pacific regions. And they're young filmmakers and they're kind of coming here for experience, but also to have the opportunity to maybe win a pitch competition and go over to Hollywood to pitch to and to meet with studios and agents.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. But again, even if nothing comes out of that meeting, they go over to Hollywood, which they may not have ever done, and they get an opportunity to meet with some people and get some business cards, and get some email addresses, and get some contacts, and they get confidence and they say, I can do this, and hopefully they do. I didn't go to film school, and I think for many students in film school, it seems like, okay, I'm learning all this stuff, but I don't know how to make a movie, you know? And they get some practical experience, but after teaching classes and talking to a lot of younger filmmakers, I think they just think that there's something missing. And I kind of wanted to, through anecdotes and stories of my career and encouragement and hopefully a little bit of inspiration, get them to understand that it's not going to be easy, but they really just need to do it, you know? Go off and do it. And sometimes by not knowing it's impossible, you can do it anyway.
Actually, I checked the student where they came from, like from China, Afghanistan, or Bhutan,
Yes.
and like all different countries from Asia.
Yeah. Indonesia,
Cambodia,
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh,
Yeah.
even like Brunei.
Yeah, I think so.
Bhutan,
Yeah.
And one student from Korea too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, like many of those countries actually still underdeveloped. So, do you think can movie do something for them?
Well, absolutely. Movies for me, there's two sides. One is an entertainment, which you know, sometimes we go to movies to forget, and sometimes we go to movies to learn, and so it's more experiential. And I've worked on both. The Sean Penn movie that I did was a very experiential movie. It teaches you about a situation, some history, but it's the people that are in it that make it compelling, and that's what makes it a great movie.
That's right. Could it all be true?
Gatsby. I'm a big fan of Luhrmann. How's working with him?
He's amazing. He has more energy than anyone else I've ever met. He is a perfectionist. Everything is just has to be perfect. The level of detail that he goes into, I was talking about it actually in my class where he actually hands out a card to every single extra, all the background people, thousands of them. Each one of them has a card that has their name, where they live, and what they do, what their job is. So they have something invested in the film. They have a character in the film. And that way, not only are they more lively when they're on set, but they stay, they feel they have ownership, they belong,
I think it's different energy.
It is a different energy, and you see it on film.
I'm certainly glad to see you again.
I'm certainly glad to see you as well.
Very, very insightful, and he's so upbeat, and the enthusiasm is contagious. You know what I mean? He's one of those people. So he was great to work with, and he makes beautiful films. I'm a big fan too.
Do you like watching some Asian films as well?
Yes, well, because I do these programs, great excuse for me to watch Asian films. So when I went to Hanoi a year and a half ago or so, I watched about a half a dozen Vietnamese films and was very impressed.
Wow.
The cinematography is amazing and very ethereal. And so this time I watched about 7 or 8 Korean films, and it was great. And Korea actually makes a lot of films, a lot of films. And it's a very much a movie-going culture. I mean, I've been watching some of the more serious films, but also, the fun ones are just creative and wacky and kind of operatic and a bit heightened reality. And it's really good fun.
Some people think that artists or creator who can inspire people, they have kind of like responsibility to fulfill to society. Everyone has like different view, but what do you think?
I think every filmmaker is different, like every person, and I think people generally like different kinds of films. They have different tastes. I think certain filmmakers want to engage, and they need to be true to the society and to what's going on. Sean Penn, I think, is one of those people. He's not someone who's going to make a movie that purely entertains. He's going to make something that it may entertain, but it's also going to engage, and it's going to teach, and it's going to give you an experience.
Dr. Liam, he's an amazing doctor.
Bring everything you've got. Let's get to work.
What does film mean to you?
Film to me is an industry, it's a job, it's a hobby, because I love watching films, but it's a unifying culture in a way. There are certain films that are more universal. A recent example, maybe Avatar, where pretty much everyone in the world saw that movie, and so we have that shared experience, and that's kind of an amazing thing, So film means a lot of different things to me.
作为好莱坞经验丰富的制作人，乔恩想要对现在所有学习电影导演制片的年轻人分享的心得是什么呢？
The world is getting less secure, volatile. Do you have any words for the younger generation who has to survive this time?
I think the world has always been a dangerous place. I think that now we have cell phones in every corner of the world, so anything that happens is recorded. But you're right, there are a lot of crazy things going on right now, and I guess my advice to the young people, at least the young filmmakers, is make your films. We need them now more than ever before, I think whether you're entertaining to distract, or whether you're engaging to educate or to enlighten, it's all very important. One of the great quotes that a mentor of mine told me when I was production managing my first movie. He said, John, you're really nervous. Just remember, movies get made every day. And I know it sounds simple, but it made me calm. It's kind of like when I was very nervous, because my wife and I were at the time, for having our first child. And it's like, babies get born every day. You don't need to be nervous. It's okay. It's a totally natural thing, and it'll be fine. So
just let it go more.
Just let it go. That's it. So I'm trying to get them to understand that, and with confidence, they can achieve more things. Hi, this is Jon Kuyper, and I'm wishing you a happy new year filled with joy and love and hopefully lots and lots of peace and good health and good luck. 新年快乐!